From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Monday, April 27th, 2015. Silver is trading at $15.87 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,187 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $219. Antiwar.com reports for the Senate Republican majority to get enough votes for a series of anti-Iran amendments to an upcoming bill, which itself aims to block the Iran nuclear deal, they're going to need support from a number of Democrats. The strategy right now among Republican leaders is to try to coax the Democrats on board by adding a number of measures about Israel in the hopes that fear of angering the powerful Israeli lobby will oblige them to support the legislation. Dozens of amendments are expected, with many focusing on demands for Iran to publicly endorse Israel and for the administration to affirm that Iran is sufficiently pro-Israel to ease sanctions on them. There's an interesting split here, however, as AIPAC, one of the most powerful groups in this lobby, is openly opposing these efforts to make the bill more explicitly about Israel. It's unsurprising AIPAC should feel this way. After all, Israel and its lobbyists have been working tooth and nail to kill a diplomatic settlement with Iran, but that doesn't mean they want to have their names splattered all over the bill that does it. The hope among Senate hawks is that killing the deal is a prelude to a big war, and the last thing AIPAC needs is for Israel to be so directly responsible for that. For over 35 years, Roberts & Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and permanently removed the minimum purchase order for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 850-478-5270 or online at rrbi.co. UPI reports a Russian court jailed and fined a group of women who filmed themselves twerking in front of a World War II memorial on the country's Black Sea coast. Prosecutors sentenced Margarita Radekskaya to 15 days in jail for petty hooliganism, along with two other women who received 10-day sentences. Two additional women were fined, while the parents of a sixth dancer, who is under the age of 18, face fines and monitoring over charges of failing to perform parental duties for raising minors. The six can be seen in a YouTube video that was published on Friday performing a synchronized dance that at times utilizes twerking, a form of dance involving low squatting and hip thrust. A large memorial marking a 1943 battle in which the Soviet army captured the area from Nazi forces looms in the background. The women said they filmed the video as a promotion for a dance class at a local school. Prosecutors said the erotic and sexual twerk dance was disrespectful to those who died in the conflict. The incident also follows a national scandal over a YouTube video of girls from a dance school twerking while dressed in striped leotards, miniskirts, and stockings. The video, which has been viewed over 23 million times, resulted in the cancellation of the twerking classes at the school and an investigation by Russian authorities as to whether a debauched action took place. FPP Radio News is brought to you by Coinbase. Coinbase is a simple and secure online Bitcoin wallet for sending, receiving, and storing Bitcoin. Coinbase also allows you to buy and sell Bitcoin using a bank account or use their tools to accept Bitcoin as a merchant. Coinbase has more than 1 million consumer wallets and is trusted by over 25,000 merchants, including Overstock.com, Khan Academy, Reddit, and of course, FPP. Get started at coinbase.fppradio.com. Reuters reports the U.S. Supreme Court is set to hear arguments this week on whether a drug used in Oklahoma's lethal injection mix should be banned in a case that comes as the shortage of execution chemicals has sent some states scrambling for alternatives. The main question before the 9 justices in the case brought by 3 death row inmates that will be heard on Wednesday is whether the use of the sedative midazolam violates constitutional protections against cruel and unusual punishment. The case does not address the constitutionality of the death penalty in general, but brings fresh attention to the debate over whether executions should continue in the United States. Executions in Oklahoma came under great scrutiny after the flawed lethal injection a year ago of convicted murderer Clayton Lockett, who received midazolam and was seen twisting on the death chamber gurney after medical staff improperly placed the IV line. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.